sued, I was like, oh, I know I didn't touch her. Like, it's like, look for the cameras, because they'll tell you. I ain't touching her.
Yo, Cardi B allegedly just got caught up in some heat after some leaked footage exposes her assault that ties back to her hospital case, which she is now in court for. And sources say that it's not looking too good for her and that the judge may make some life-threatening decisions. But before we get into that, you gotta understand what exactly led up to the footage. Pay attention, because I got all the details. Let's get into it. Chapter 1, Cardi B's controversy. It didn't start in 2025. The roots of Cardi B's latest courtroom storm stretch back to 2018 when a routine obstetrician gynecologic visit in New York turned into tabloid fodder. According to the lawsuit, Cardi clashed with a clinic security guard, Emani Ellis, allegedly shoving and striking her during a heated exchange. The story was messy and dramatic, tailor-made for headlines. But back then, Cardi's career was untouchable. Bodak Yellow was still echoing through every club. She was climbing Billboard charts, racking up awards, and feeding the internet memes by the week. The lawsuit faded beneath the avalanche of her success, but it never truly disappeared.
Tell me the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Thank you. May I please have you state and spell your first and last name for the record?
My name is
February 24th of 2018. You remember going to 8920 Wilshire Boulevard? Yes, sir. What's the yes or no?
Yeah, yes.
Fast forward to 2025, after years of delays, the case has clawed its way back into the spotlight. And this time, Cardi can't sidestep it. In court, she denied everything. I didn't touch her, she told the judge. Her tone, sharp, her voice carrying through the packed room. Within hours, that clip was everywhere, spliced into TikTok edits, chopped into Twitter memes, blasted across gossip blogs. One viral caption froze her side-eye mid-testimony and read, "When the lies don't even make sense."
I said, that's a lie. Fuck out of here. Just trying to get some money.
Who's trying to get some money?
She is.
How do you know that?
Because she sued me for $24 million.
Her fans rallied instantly. One YouTube comment racked up hundreds of likes praising her. Can't lie, the woman came into the court flawless and looking like the star, mother, and boss that she is. From the BX to Hollywood, gotta give her flowers. Others dismissed the lawsuit itself, with one post mocking the guard's claim. $25 million is crazy for a scratch she didn't have proof of. Another added, honestly, this isn't even a big case she's being extorted. The woman's at fault, not Cardi. But critics saw something else. A thread piled on with comments like, she needs to go to prison, while another bluntly stated, Cardi B needs to stop putting hands on PPL. This is what happens, lawsuit. Even casual viewers chimed in with the same skepticism. I'm sorry, but Cardi B always has a problem with someone. To them, the OBGYN story wasn't an isolated claim. It fit a larger pattern, one they say Cardi has been writing for years. That's because Cardi's temper's always been part of the headlines. In 2018, the same year as the clinic incident, she was caught on camera hurling a shoe at Nicki Minaj during New York Fashion Week, a moment that went viral before her heel even hit the ground. Then came the 2019 strip club case, where she was accused of ordering an attack on two bartenders during a heated dispute. The story dominated gossip blogs for months, and though Cardi later avoided serious jail time, critics haven't let those incidents fade. They argue the 2018 clinic case is just another brick in the same wall of volatility. That's what made the court return in 2025 so explosive. For fans, she's being unfairly dragged for her past, punished for being blunt, loud, and unapologetic. But for critics, this is the evidence they've been waiting for, proof that Cardi's temper has always been bigger than her career. And then came the rumor that blew everything wide open. Whispers of a leaked video. Blogs and gossip accounts claim footage existed from the 2018 clinic incident. A clip, they said, that showed Cardi lashing out at the guard. No one's confirmed it, no outlets published it, but the rumor alone was enough to set the internet ablaze. TikTok edits of her courtroom side-eye spread like wildfire, racking up tens of thousands of likes in hours. Under one viral clip, a supporter wrote, "Whatever she did, she's innocent BC, why are they playing around?" Another laughed, "We about to be using these memes all year." For her fans, the so-called evidence wasn't proof, it was meme material. Critics, though, swore the clips only confirmed what they'd believed all along. Cardi herself stayed silent, focusing on her courtroom defense, but silence became its own headline. Fans praised her restraint. She don't need to respond to lies. Critics spun it as guilt. She won't address the tape because she knows it's real. That's the danger in today's culture. In the court of law, facts matter on timelines, perception rules, and whether the footage exists or not, the legend of the tape is already functioning as evidence. To her fans, it's a smear campaign. To her critics, it's confirmation. And if the whispers keep spreading, it won't matter what the judge says, because for Cardi B, the internet has already started writing the verdict. Chapter 2, the alleged leaked footage.
I feel like when I got sued, I was like, when I got sued, I was like, oh, I know I didn't touch her. Like, it's like, look for the cameras, because they'll tell you. And I asked her, yo, why are you recording me? And she clearly looked like the security. She looked like the security guard. She's uniformed down. And I'm like, why are you recording me? Are you security? And she's like, oh, my bad. But then I'm walking, and I feel her still following me. So like as I'm walking, speed walking, trying to look for the office, I turn around again, and I'm like, why are you following me? She's like, because I can.
Rumors spread faster than facts, and in Cardi B's case, they spread like wildfire. Within hours of her courtroom denial, gossip accounts across TikTok and Instagram were whispering about a leaked video.
It's like, no, you can't. Why are you following me for? Like, ain't you supposed to be security? And she's like, because I can. It's like, no, you can. And she's like getting closer and closer. Like now she's like in front of me where I can't even like really maneuver. And I'm like, ain't you supposed to be security? Like you grouped out, you recording me, now you following me.
A clip they claim showed Cardi lashing out at the security guard back in 2018. Nobody credible had seen it. No mainstream outlet had published it. But that didn't matter. In today's culture, the suggestion of footage was enough to flip the internet upside down. On TikTok, her courtroom expressions turned into meme gold. One viral post with over 111,000 likes read, "She's serving us all new memes, I'm crying." Another user defended her outright. Whatever she did, she's innocent, BC. Why are they playing around? To fans, these edits weren't evidence of guilt, they were entertainment. Proof that even in the middle of scandal, Cardi could still command the internet's attention. But on Reddit, the tone was far less forgiving. Threads exploded with hot takes about the general lack of evidence. One user wrote, Emani claims to have pictures and texts, but it's on an old phone she doesn't have anymore.
There's supposed evidence in an email too, but she forgot the password and can't log in. Another added bluntly, the person suing her has basically provided no evidence and claimed to have a bunch of evidence that magically disappeared.
Another added bluntly, the person suing her has basically provided no evidence and claimed to have a bunch of evidence that magically disappeared.
Yesterday you had black hair, short hair. Today it's blonde and long. Which one is your real hair? Or are they both real?
They're wigs.
Okay. Just your best estimate. I don't want you to take a ruler to it, but if you were to give your estimate, is that half an inch, 1 inch, 2
I
inches?
think it has to be less than an inch.
Okay. And
Way less than an inch.
Can you show them to us again? All right. Are they pointy?
These are not, to me, are not pointy. They're like circle, oval.
For critics, that ambiguity wasn't a weakness, it was a weapon. Gossip podcasts ran headlines like Cardi B trial, was she wrong? But instead of focusing on the alleged assault, they zeroed in on her courtroom presence. Clips of her being grilled about her wigs and nails circulated endlessly, turning her testimony into spectacle. What should have been a debate about facts became a debate about image screenshots of Cardi switching hairstyles or flashing side eyes became as important as sworn statements. The online conversation drifted further from the case itself. One Reddit user compared her look to an expensive porcelain doll crossed with an early 2000s VS Ainge. Others mocked the plaintiff instead. Ironically, given the fact that everything started because the security guard was filming Cardi, I don't think there is any video footage of the incident at issue. That irony wasn't lost on fans, a case sparked by a camera, yet still no footage to prove the claims. And still, not everyone was distracted by hair and memes. Critics resurfaced Cardi's past controversies, pointing to her own admissions about drugging and robbing men before fame. One furious post read, "I just want her to get sued for drugging and robbing people. Honestly, I don't understand how y'all can support someone who practically bragged about it." Another piled on, "It's crazy she's only getting sued now because she scratched someone when she admitted to robbing guys in the past and no one even thought twice about that." The divide was clear. For every fan praising her styling or defending her silence, there was a critic calling her an absolute trash bag human being. Evidence no longer mattered, perception did. The courtroom had become a stage, and the internet was the audience writing its own script. That's the real danger of the alleged leaked footage. Even without proof, the rumor became a blank canvas. Supporters painted Cardi as the target of a smear campaign. Critics painted her as an untouchable star finally being held accountable. Whether the tape existed or not, the conversation around it was already reshaping her reputation. And in 2025, that conversation might matter more than the verdict itself. Chapter 3, the fallout and reactions. For Cardi B, the revival of the 2018 lawsuit in a New York courtroom during 2025 isn't just another headline. It's a reputational turning point, a moment forcing everyone, fans, critics, and the industry to measure her past against her present. What began as a long-delayed civil case now doubles as a referendum on her career, her character, and her place in pop culture. The most immediate battleground is social media. Courtroom footage has been clipped, looped, and reframed thousands of times, turning a legal proceeding into viral content. Her emphatic denial,
Like, oh, I know I didn't touch her.
"I didn't touch her," became a rallying cry for her base, while the same clip was dissected by detractors who swore her body language betrayed the truth. One look, one pause, one side eye carried more weight online than entire transcripts of testimony.
G here. I'm a clinical and forensic psychologist as well as a body language expert, and today we're going to be analyzing the behavior and body language of Cardi B during her civil lawsuit. So we just saw that big breath in. This is very common when people are in trials, particularly if they're not used to being in court. It's a stressful situation, but what we're going to be looking at is whether or not she's trying to pacify or calm herself down while answering specific questions. We're going to see if there's body language that suggests that somehow she's lying or trying to...
But the echo chamber of fan wars and Reddit threads hides a more serious fallout, the industry response. Publicly, no major company has dropped Cardi B, but privately, insiders acknowledge the hesitation. As analysts from Bloomberg and The Hollywood Reporter have noted in coverage of celebrity branding, reputational risk is often managed quietly. Brands don't always issue statements when they pull back. They simply pause campaigns, reduce visibility, or redirect budgets to safer ambassadors. That quiet pullback can erode income just as effectively as a loud cancellation. A stark reminder comes from the 2009 Tiger Woods scandal. Research cited on Wikipedia's celebrity branding page shows Nike lost about $1.7 million in sales and around 105,000 customers due to the reputational hit. And this is where Cardi's biggest asset, her no apologies authenticity, clashes with the Polish brands expect. To fans, her bluntness and unpredictability are proof of realness. But for multinational advertisers, those same traits read as volatility. As Harvard Business School outlines, endorsements amplify both upside and downside. The closer a brand ties itself to a celebrity's persona, the more it inherits the fallout when scandals erupt. What the culture praises as raw and relatable can feel like risk exposure to a boardroom. This creates a gap between courtroom evidence and what researchers call trial by branding. In court, the verdict will rest on testimony and proof. But in the marketplace, the verdict is being written every day on timelines and in corporate marketing decks. A 2024 study in managerial and decision economics confirmed this pattern, showing that firms systematically alter advertising strategies in the wake of scandals, not necessarily because of legal outcomes, but because consumer perception shifts faster than courts can rule. For Cardi, that means two verdicts are coming. One inside a courtroom, bound by evidence, the other outside it, shaped by memes, gossip, and brand calculus. The lawsuit might end with a judgment or settlement, but the branding trial has no end date. Its penalties are subtle, slower endorsements, delayed campaigns, quieter boardroom nods, and they can stain a career more permanently than any judge's ruling. They don't prove or disprove the assault, but they do shape how millions perceive her character, because the question now isn't whether a leaked tape exists, it's whether this trial will redefine her legacy as an icon who beat the odds again, or as a star whose past finally caught up to her. Leaked or not, the footage stamped Cardi B's name back in the headlines. Her story isn't finished, it's unfolding live in courtrooms and comment sections. One thing's clear, whether she walks out cleared or condemned, the internet has already written its own verdict. Click one of the boxes on your screen for more stories the culture can't stop talking about.